Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Cara Shirley, your digital news desk host, here to give you some updates on some of the crimes and stories that have happened here in our area over the past 24, 48 hours, and give you guys a chance to chime in with any questions or comments you have. If you are joining us on our website, WLBT.com, or the news app, we do appreciate you watching. And if you want to join in the conversation, you can hop over to our YouTube page or our other our Facebook page, and you can leave comments there. I appreciate it when you guys do that. Leave your comments, questions, thoughts, anything like that in the comment section, and I'll see them right now as we're going. It's our interactive newscast. It's a little different than a regular newscast here. I would like to know where you guys are tuning in from. If you could let me know that, put that in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Before we jump into the news, of course, like I always do, or try to always do, is give you a look at what it's looking like outside right now over the capital city on this, what day is it? Thursday? Yeah, on it Thursday here in July. Let me get this taken up. Here you go. So this is looking over downtown Jackson right now. We do have a little bit of blue in the sky, lots of clouds, though. We do have rain that is going to be moving into our area later today. And we will have one of our first alert weather team come in just a little bit to give you a look at our forecast for the rest of the day.
Ignite your fire.
So
Uncork your
let me, I had something to play in that I did not realize was playing on my computer. How fun is that? All right, I want to show you guys or point out something really quick on our sky cam here. I see this little brown mark right here. When I first pulled that up, I was like, is that smoke in the sky? What is that? No, that is the antenna of a wasp. If you can follow it down right there. And yeah, so it's not smoke. It is a wasp hanging out on our camera. And it really kind of freaked me out at first. They always do. When they come in on our sky cams, they look really scary and very, very large. Sometimes you see that come in, they fly in, and it's really kind of hard to not scream if you're afraid of bugs or wasp. I'm not very I am not a friend of the wasp. Let's put it that way. Ozzy here, I see you saying that you love this live. Thank you so much, Ozzy. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. And Michael, I'm sorry, Michelle says, "Where are you going to ignite your fire?" LOL. Watching from Terry in Mississippi. Thank you so much. It was a commercial that was playing on a stream I didn't realize was open in the background. So I am not. It's too hot to light any kind of fires, right? And Sherry is joining us from Cleveland, Mississippi. Appreciate all of you that are tuning in or watching here at WLBT Plus. I'm here every day, or every weekday rather, at 1 o'clock. This is a stream that just are a newscast that is digital only. It's just on our website and it's on our social media pages, trying to give you guys the latest on what's happening in our area in several different formats, different ways to do this. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. Michelle says, hate when that happens. Absolutely too hot. It is absolutely too hot. Although we are kind of in a little bit of a cool down, or will be when the rain starts to move in. It's actually a lot cooler outside right now than it has been over the past few days. Nowhere near where we would like for it to be, fall time and all that fun stuff here in Mississippi, because the humidity is never fun, never fun. Let's go ahead and jump into the news here. Give you guys some updates. We told you yesterday about a homicide that happened on Pine Tree Drive here in Jackson. Let me get this pulled up on the camera for you so you can see. So down here is where we have Pine Tree Drive. This is where a body was found yesterday. And in relation to downtown Jackson, the box right here is approximately where downtown Jackson is. So you can see where Pine Tree Drive is in relation to Jackson, downtown Jackson. So the investigation, we're being told, started after the victim's body was found and it was found on the side of the road on Pine Tree Drive yesterday morning. Now, Jackson Police Department has identified the victim as Marvin Huick Jr. Officials say that he did die from a gunshot wound to the head. And police say that they do have a person of interest at this time, but no one has been arrested. If you have any information on this, please contact Jackson Police Department or Crime Stoppers. They are looking to the community to help. I got to speak with Chief Wade um, a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about how the community's involvement in helping to solve crimes has really made a huge impact on the job that the Jackson Police Department is able to do. Is because of the community having security cameras or their homes or Ring doorbell cameras, and you providing that camera footage and surveillance camera footage to the police department has really helped in solving so many of the crimes that have happened in our area. So when they put out the call to the community for your help, they trust in you guys helping them just as much as you guys trust them to help. So try, and if you're in that area, if you have a security camera, you have a Ring camera, look back on your footage, see if you got something there, and let the Jackson Police Department know about it. So maybe they can get the criminal in custody. Again, the victim was identified as a Marvin Huick Jr. He passed away from a gunshot wound to the head. His body was found on Pine Tree Drive yesterday morning. They do have a person of interest, but no one has been arrested at this time. If you have any information or footage or anything like that you can share with the police department, please do. So over in closer to where I'm from, East Mississippi, over Meridian area. The East Mississippi Correctional Facility is investigating after an inmate was found unresponsive in his cell. So according to officials, officers discovered William Hill unresponsive on July the 13th. Facility medical staff did respond immediately, performed chest compressions, and administering a external defibrillator to him, an automated external defibrillator. He was taken to a local hospital where he was unfortunately pronounced dead upon his arrival there. Now, the cause of his death is under investigation pending the outcome of the autopsy, but that did happen over at the East Mississippi Correctional Facility. We're going to continue to follow that for you guys and let you know what happens with it. Now, coming back here to the capital city, there's another teenager who is now behind bars this morning, and he is being charged with business burglary. So his name is, well, we don't have his name actually, but Jackson police say that the 14-year-old teenager broke into the Boys and Girls Club on Sykes Road on Tuesday night. So the investigation is still happening with this, and they are asking if you have any information to contact Crime Stoppers or the Jackson Police Department. But 14-year-old has been arrested. He broke into the Boys and Girls Club on Sykes Road. This happened on Tuesday night. So sad. He's 14. 14. Why are you out doing this? You're a child, and don't go down this path. Don't let this be the life that you lead. But if you have any additional information on that, please contact Jackson Police Department or Crime Stoppers. Back to another teenager that we have told you about here in the area. Well, actually, the teenager is the victim here. We told you about a former reservoir police officer being charged with statutory rape of a 13-year-old girl. Well, he has now received bond. So on July the 15th, Rodney Jernigan, and let me get him, pull it up so you can see. This is him on your screen. Rodney Jernigan was arrested by the Smith County Sheriff's Office after receiving a complaint from a concerned parent. He had his initial court appearance on Thursday, which was this morning, and according to the Smith County Sheriff Joel Houston, he was granted a bond of $50,000 and is now out of jail on this bond. He was employed by Reservoir Police during the time of his arrest, and we did speak with the new chief of police for the Reservoir Police Department, and he said this type of stuff will not be tolerated, and he's actually even went as far to say that he was kind of disappointed that he was not the one there to put the cuffs on him. So we are definitely going to be continuing following this case because you like to think of people who are in the law enforcement field, law enforcement career, that they have a higher standard. Is that fair? I don't know. But definitely something like this, a 13-year-old child, this should not happen. And we're going to follow it to see if it did happen, because that right now it is alleged. And in our justice system, you are innocent until proven guilty. So we're going to continue to follow this and see what happens with this case. So we've been following a lot of cases of agricultural theft that has been happening. So last year, the Mississippi Agricultural and Livestock Theft Bureau investigated 193 cases, which averages to about 16 a month. This year, the number sits at 136 cases. So in all of last year, there was 193 cases. Right now, going into this year, we're halfway through the year, and it sits at 136 cases, which at this point averages out to be about 19 crimes, 19 thefts per month. So the most recent case for this is being investigated in Copiah County. And this is where a hay baler and a hay cutter were recovered. They found them there. The equipment was originally stolen from Lincoln County, and the Bureau has identified multiple suspects for this. So like we mentioned in our crime in the country reports earlier this year, Director Dean Bernard says that security cameras, as with the Jackson Police Department, have played a huge part in identifying the suspects and recovering victims' property.
We preach a lot about security cameras, so we was able to catch some of the theft on camera, and that led us to some suspects. Our leads led us back to Copiah County, where we worked with the sheriff's office there, got them involved in it. And as we was working this case, we've had some more equipment come up missing. We think these cases may be related. We're working on that now.
So Bernard says the recovered property was valued at $11,000. This year, his bureau has recovered more than $622,000 in stolen property. The farm equipment's huge. Those are huge pieces of equipment. How does one steal that large piece of equipment? And it takes some thought. I would think it would take some thought process to get into planning that kind of theft. What if they put that thought towards a more productive legal way of doing things? It's just a thought, just a question out there. But how do you steal something that big and expect to get away with it? I'm sure it has happened before. But fortunately, in this case, they are really close to getting it solved. All of it, they have already solved some of it and recovered some of the property. So that's good news for the farmers that this got taken from, because these guys out there working hard for definite sure. See you guys over here praying. Michelle May has said praying for the family to get justice. I believe it, Michelle, you were speaking of the individual that was found passed away on the side of the road here in Jackson. And Michelle also said schools too. It's awful. And I believe you made that comment when we were talking about the 13-year-old who is the victim in an alleged statutory rape case. You want law enforcement to maybe have a higher standard when it comes to their off the clock lives than you want that for people that work in the school administrations as well. We all should strive to live to a higher standard when it comes to committing crimes, things like that. It's not something that we should ever be okay with doing or happening. So just as coming back to this story with the agriculture, just as they said that the security cameras played a lot into helping solve these things, Jackson Police Department saying the security cameras of people have helped play a lot into solving a lot of the crimes here in our area. Well, Hinds County Board of Supervisors did have a meeting, a special called meeting, and they voted unanimously to approve funding for new security cameras for Hinds County. So the board president and District 1 supervisor, his name is Robert Graham, and he says that 10 unique cameras are going to be placed in neighborhoods throughout North Jackson. The cameras will be solar powered, and the board members agreed to go with Wilson Technologies to install and maintain this new, what they're calling this new crime prevention tool.
They make people feel safe. We can do different things with the cameras. They have different functionality to make individuals in those particular communities feel safer. So it's just a sign of the time. You're going to probably see more solar powered cameras in different neighborhoods, businesses throughout the city and county as well.
So $50,000 was allocated for this project. I can also say I have solar powered cameras, had them at my house when I lived over in Lauderdale County, and they did make me feel a lot safer. You know, I was able to go back, see what's going on, what's happening around my house. If something looks a little off or whatever, I can look at it there, watch that, the security camera. So I'm a big proponent of security cameras anywhere that you can put one that does not infringe on another person's privacy. You know, like wouldn't want to shine it into my neighbor's bedroom window or anything like that. But I am a big proponent of security cameras to help curb crime and also solve crime. So those are going to be going up in the North Jackson area, thanks to the unanimous vote from the Hinds County Board of Supervisors. And again, Wilson Technologies is going to be installing and maintaining the new cameras. It's going to be about 10 new security cameras going up. So I hope that that does help out. So we spoke with a resident yesterday in Hinds County, and we were told that social media has been buzzing with some people being very frustrated with the Hinds County Department of Human Services. So Ashley Jeffries is a mother. This is Ashley there on your screen. She's a mother who claims that she's been trying since January to get SNAP benefits to feed her family. Now, she says, of course, with the rising cost of rent, utilities, and food, and this is something that I'm sure is affecting majority of the people watching, says these government services are crucial for her family. So her social media post that she made describes her experience, and it's filled with comments of other people in the state who claim that they've been given the runaround when trying to get approved for services. And some of you are even saying that when you call, the phones are ringing and ringing and ringing. However, no one is answering. Also, others claim caseworkers will intentionally hang up the phone during appointments and don't answer when called back. And this particular mother, Ashley Jeffries, she says that she is tired of this happening.
Because these caseworkers don't want to do their job. And if you don't want to do your job, why did you apply for a job like this if you don't want to help people? I just made a post where I'm calling them, and instead he's saying high volume, 3-4 hours, and went back on the phone since 8 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the evening. It's ridiculous. And then they don't care about nothing. It's like they don't care about nothing but dressing up and eating lunch. Dressing up and eating lunch. That's how I feel.
And social media accounts.
So
Twitter,
the State Department of Human Services says that in June, the federal government required them to restart certification interviews all around the state. And that's over 25,000 people in Hinds County alone. DHS also says that server issues and technology upgrades may be contributing to the problem. We're going to continue to follow this, looking to see if we can get some additional information. And of course, we will bring that to you. We're going to switch gears real quick. I have to take a quick commercial break. It's only 15 seconds. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Peyton is here to tell us about what we can expect with the rain coming in.
You know us for selection. You know us for quality. But did you know we now offer in-house financing to first-time buyers with no credit? Shop TillmanFurniture.com or any of our 5 showrooms. Tillman Furniture. Now you know.
WLBT is Mississippi's most trusted station during severe weather.
And as promised, we have Miss Peyton Garrison in here looking at the rain that we do have coming our way, right?
Yeah, we've already got some showers and even some thunderstorms to talk about. We're not seeing any here in the metro, so maybe you're located in the Jackson area, Ridgeland, Madison, Clinton. You're good to go. Maybe you grab some late lunch right now, but farther to the south and west, we have a pretty narrow batch of some heavy rain developing from Copiah County down southwest through Jefferson, Franklin, Emmett, Wilkinson counties. This is the corridor where we're seeing some rain develop overhead. It's producing some heavy rainfall rates that could cause some issues getting out on the roadways. You can also expect some lightning as well. And this is likely the beginning to maybe even soggier weather later down the road.
Soggier weather, but we need this rain, right?
Yes, we need some rain. I can actually go forward and I have a look at the drought monitor. This comes in every Thursday, so we have an update on it. And it looks pretty similar to what we were seeing last week, but we're not moving in the right direction. It's not necessarily all that bad, but where we have the yellow in place, that is considered abnormally dry. Not considered quite yet a drought, but we've really lacked in rainfall, especially throughout the month of July. We're in a surplus throughout the year so far, but we need some rain, and hopefully, you know, with the scattered showers that we have in place for today and over the next several days, we'll likely see some beneficial rainfall. Rainfall rates for maybe the next 7 days could be upwards 2, 3 to 4 inches of rain. So, you know, we've been looking for some rain. We finally have some on the way over the days ahead.
So with that much rain coming in, should we expect next week's drought monitor to hopefully have an improvement?
Yeah, hopefully we have an improvement, especially since it will take into account probably the rain that we do see between today and usually through about Tuesday or Wednesday. So if we were to see rain next Thursday, it wouldn't take that to account. But I mean, I do expect this to likely improve. Hopefully, you know, if we can get some decent rainfall over the days ahead, so maybe we'll see less abnormally dry conditions. I just don't want to go forward on the drought monitor. So I'm thinking, you know, with the beneficial rain on the way, that likely won't happen, but you know, we'll bring that update to you next Thursday.
Definitely don't want a repeat of last summer.
Not at all.
So, but our temperatures are actually going to be nice, though.
Temperatures, not bad at all. You know, today we're not seeing a widespread dangerous heat concern. It's still going to be warm. We're right around 90 degrees here in Jackson, some spots in the 80s still. So not bad, especially compared to the high 90s we've seen just about every other day this week. And tomorrow, it's going to feel even cooler, middle 80s for high temperatures. Not bad whatsoever for July standards. That's well below normal, but it could come along with some clouds and even some periods of rain. It's not going to be a washout every single day from here going forward, but you need to just watch out for some of those rain showers that could pop up, especially in the afternoon and evening.
And of course, the best way to watch out for that is to download the First Alert Weather app.
Yeah.
The QR code's right there on your screen, and that way you can get alerts for very localized forecast there from our weather team. So we got anything else in store for us, or are we just looking at rain, cooler temperatures?
Yeah, just on and off periods of heavy rain, maybe some thunderstorms mixed in. You know, I'm not expecting a high risk for severe weather. There could be these gusty storms, though. I mean, we are in the summertime. Sometimes we just get these intense downpours of flare up that may not be considered severe. You know, you have to read certain criteria to get severe thunderstorms. So heavy rain, lightning is not considered severe. So there may be some stronger storms around at times, just with any of this activity bubbling up on a daily basis, and not as hot either. I mean, I'm looking forward to temperatures almost every single day in the 80s to near 90 degrees. And I don't expect dangerous heat potential for a while. So that's really good news. And we're also not tracking anything in the tropics as well. So we're also enjoying quiet conditions out in the Atlantic, Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico. That's due to some Saharan dust coming off the coast of Africa that mitigates really tropical development. So as long as we have a lot of dust around, you know, it stays pretty quiet, but that can only last for so long. But we're watching for it. So far, we're looking in pretty good shape.
I never thought of dust being a good thing, but when you think of it that way, bring on the dust.
Yeah, bring on the dust. And sometimes it can create, you know, pretty sunsets. If we can get it to travel this far west, we can get these pretty and vibrant looking sunsets. So that's also a plus with them, but they also could cause some poor quality air issues. So we'll be watching for that back here at home as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Peyton. We do appreciate you coming in. We're going to let her go and do her bigger, more important job that she has.
No.
But thank you so much, Peyton. We're going to take a quick commercial break, switch those gears again. And when we come back, we got some more stories to talk to you about, especially about some abuse allegations that are happening at a church over in Madison. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Keep me abreast of everything that's happening in my community.
They're on Honest News Network.
Maggie Wade. Maggie Wade is my favorite anchor.
Carmen Poe, she's very funny. I like her jokes.
Watch WLBT. Thank you.
And I'm back. I told you, I promised you it was going to be quick, and it was quick, right? Here we go. All right. So I see a lot of you tuning in here on our Facebook page. We got, it's the Mike Magazine. Mick, what is it? I should know this. I feel like I should know how to pronounce that correctly, but I'm doing it wrong. But you're joining from Greenville. It's nice to see you again today. Emily, so I will send you a message, Emily, in just a little bit. So be watching for that. Of course, you can always email me. It's cara.shirley@wlbt.com. And you can always send me an email. I'd love to talk to you. All right, like a Mike you hold, Mike Magazine. See, I told you I was probably saying it wrong. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. So, excuse me. So there is now an investigation that is looking into a second decades-old sexual abuse allegation at Broadmoor Baptist Church. So the first report of alleged abuse was revealed back in 2022, and a former youth pastor was allegedly groomed and sexually abused a student in the 1980s there. So Broadmoor has told us that. Let me get this pulled up right for you. I'm sorry. So Broadmoor has told us that they have provided information to their congregation regarding the second abuse allegation. Both of these reports stem from a time when the church was located in Jackson on Northside Drive. The church hired Guidepost Solutions, which is an independent third-party firm, to conduct an investigation. It was in that time when they were investigating the first report, the second case was discovered. Now, here is what we know from this report. So the victim says that she was sexually assaulted when she was 12 years old, and it was at a local water park by someone who was unrelated to anyone there at Broadmoor. Actually, let me get this pulled up full screen for you guys. Here we go. So it was unrelated to anyone there at Broadmoor. So she later tells a youth pastor, and she is accused of lying. Then she forms a relationship with a 20-year-old recreation assistant at the church. They say that he would help her hide in the gym to avoid attending youth group. She alleged that staffer sexually abused her when she was 13 years old. And once the relationship was discovered, she was asked to leave the church by a youth group volunteer. So that is the timeline that we have right now. Of course, we are going to continue to follow this. Again, this is something that was discovered, happened years and years and years ago, but it is something that needs to be addressed and taken care of. So we are going to follow this. And it seems as if the church is attempting to be transparent with their congregation, which is a very good thing. But we're going to continue to follow this for you guys. All right, Emily, I see your comment. So yes, shoot me an email and I will look at it, and I will get back with you. I can promise you I'll get back with you. So yesterday over on Lakeland Drive here in Flowwood area, or in Jackson, the Jackson Fire Department says that one person had to be rescued after an apartment fire happened yesterday afternoon off of Lakeland Drive. So so it happened at the Fondren. That's really loud. All right. It happened at the Fondren Hill Apartments. Traffic was blocked for a while near Peachtree Road because of this fire. And firefighters did end up having to save someone from the apartment balconies. Now, thankfully, no one was hurt in this. And JPD is investigating what caused the fire. Of course, if you have any additional information, please contact Jackson Police Department and let them know so that we can get to the cause of this fire discovered and taken care of. So that is going to be the end of WLBT Plus today. Just a quick 30 minutes catching up on a lot of stuff that has happened around here. Hopefully with this rain coming in, everybody gets to cool off a little bit. Enjoy the little bit of time you can outside with it being cooler, hopefully. And I'll be back tomorrow at 1 from Friday. Yay, it's Friday. Everybody loves a good Friday, right? I'll be back tomorrow at 1. Make sure you tune in there. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.